Jackie Goldschneider feels unsafe returning to RHONJ with Danielle Cabral. Jackie Goldschneider is drawing a clear line in the sand about which cast members she wants on the show and which ones she wants gone. Not surprisingly, Danielle Cabral is on her hit list after her altercation with Jennifer Aydin in Season 14 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. In a recent interview, Jackie stated she would not feel particularly safe with Danielle back on the show. Meanwhile, the mom of four did not have the same energy for Jennifer, whom many viewers blamed for starting the fight with Danielle. The jury is still out on who, if any one of the current cast will return next season, or if the franchise will get an RHONJ style reboot. All the cast members are eager to reclaim their roles, but due to the major division within the group, that's not an option. Jackie, who was demoted to a friend last season, wants to return with her current alliance, her new bestie Teresa Giudice, Dolores Catania, and Jen Fessler. RHONJ's Jackie Goldschneider does not feel safe around Danielle Cabral. Jackie was a guest on Page Six's virtual reality and was asked about the new season of RHONJ. Everyone is still waiting with bated breath for the network to decide what's next for the troubled franchise. However, Jackie already knows who she does and doesn't want back for Season 15. Referencing the fight between Danielle and Jennifer, the 48-year-old reasoned that there should be a no-tolerance policy for physical violence. "I think once you put your hands on somebody in an altercation, you should be gone," said Jackie, adding that she does not want to be on the show with Danielle. "I don't feel particularly safe, that if I had an argument with her, that I wouldn't get punched in the face," she exclaimed. "So I wouldn't want to see Danielle back." Jackie wants Rachel Fuda gone from the show. Danielle is not the only person Jackie doesn't want to see next season. She's also not keen on Rachel or her husband John Fuda's return. "Rachel was so mean last season," said Jackie. "She was just not in a good mood. Me and I worry about her spouse and his past." However, the RHONJ star reasoned that if Rachel returned to being a little lighter, the way she was during her first season, then she would be okay with her being back. Jackie Goldschneider had spent years navigating the treacherous waters of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. She had weathered countless battles, survived vicious gossip, and held her own in heated confrontations. But now, for the first time, she felt a pit of genuine fear settling in her stomach. The thought of returning to RHONJ alongside Danielle Cabral made her uneasy in a way that nothing else had. It wasn't just the typical housewives drama that had her on edge. Jackie was no stranger to feuds, alliances shifting like quicksand, and the relentless scrutiny of the cameras. She had survived wars of words with Teresa Giudice, endured the whispers about her marriage, and stood strong against even the most cutting insults. But Danielle was different. There was an unpredictable energy about her, a level of aggression that went beyond the usual theatrics of the show. It was one thing to throw verbal jabs and roll eyes over a glass of rosé. It was another to feel a looming, palpable hostility that felt dangerous. Jackie had seen the signs early on. At first, Danielle had played the part of the sweet, misunderstood newbie trying to find her place in the RHONJ universe. She had smiled, laughed, and feigned innocence as if she wasn't sizing everyone up like a lion circling its prey. Jackie had tried to extend an olive branch, but there was always something off about Danielle's energy, an underlying volatility lurking just beneath the surface. And then, as the season had unfolded, that volatility had erupted in ways that made Jackie feel like she was in the middle of a ticking time bomb. There was the first heated exchange at a cast dinner. An argument over something trivial that had somehow escalated into Danielle shouting across the table with a fire in her eyes that sent chills down Jackie's spine. It wasn't the kind of housewives argument that ended with a dramatic hair flip and a cheeky confessional. It was raw. It was unsettling. It was a glimpse into something darker. Then there was the incident at a charity event, where Danielle had gotten so heated that security had to step in. Jackie had watched from the sidelines, heart pounding, as Danielle ranted and raved, her face twisted in fury. It wasn't just anger. It was something more visceral, something that made Jackie question whether this was really just entertainment or if she had stepped into a situation that could actually spiral out of control. Her castmates had brushed it off. "It's just Danielle being Danielle," they had said with a shrug. But Jackie wasn't so sure. It was easy to dismiss bad behavior when it wasn't directed at you, but Jackie had felt the brunt of Danielle's wrath more than once. She had been on the receiving end of those dagger-sharp glares, had felt the heat of being targeted, and it left her uneasy in a way she couldn't shake. It wasn't just about filming drama anymore. Jackie had a life outside of RHONJ, a husband, children, a career. She had spent years building herself up after struggling with personal battles that the world had seen play out on screen. She had worked too hard to let someone like Danielle pull her back into a toxic space. The constant stress, the anxiety, the feeling of walking on eggshells, it wasn't worth it. The show thrived on conflict, but this felt different. This felt personal. This felt unsafe. She had voiced her concerns to production, but they had brushed it off. Conflict made for good TV, and Danielle brought conflict in spades. But at what cost? Jackie had seen too many housewives break down under the pressure, too many friendships ruined beyond repair. And while she had always been willing to hold her own, she wasn't willing to put herself in a position where she feared for her emotional or even physical well-being. Jackie had a choice to make. The allure of RHONJ was undeniable. The fame, the opportunities, the chance to tell her story, it was intoxicating. But at what point did the price become too high? At what point did staying on a reality show mean sacrificing your peace of mind? She had worked too hard to find her inner strength, to heal from past wounds, to build a life that was healthy and fulfilling. Was it worth jeopardizing all of that just to sit across the table from Danielle, bracing herself for whatever storm would inevitably come? The answer was becoming clearer with each passing day. RHONJ was a machine, and it would keep rolling with or without her. But Jackie Goldschneider refused to be collateral damage in a battle that felt far more dangerous than the usual housewives' chaos. She had fought too hard for her peace, and no amount of camera time was worth losing it. Maybe some battles weren't meant to be fought. Maybe some doors were meant to be closed. And maybe, just maybe, walking away wasn't a sign of weakness, but the ultimate act of strength. Jackie Goldschneider has expressed concerns about returning to the Real Housewives of New Jersey, RHONJ, due to the show's increasingly toxic environment. In a September 2024 interview, she stated, "This season was particularly toxic. I think if a few things changed, I would definitely come back." While Goldschneider has had tensions with Danielle Cabral, she has not specifically cited Cabral as a reason for feeling unsafe about returning to RHONJ. Their strained relationship began when Cabral felt Goldschneider was looking down on her, and it escalated over questions about Cabral's estrangement from her brother. Cabral has remarked, "I never had a friendship with Jackie. Probably never will." Despite these issues, Goldschneider has maintained communication with several cast members, including Teresa Giudice, Dolores Catania, and Jennifer Fessler. She noted, "I talked to, pretty much half the cast." In summary, while Goldschneider has concerns about the overall toxic atmosphere of RHONJ, there is no direct evidence that her feelings of unsafety are specifically due to Danielle Cabral.